Hey guys, Ramsey here. Welcome to another live stream. Did you guys miss me? It was uh it was actually many days since our last live stream. It's been a while. How's everyone been? What is everyone wearing tonight? How is everyone tonight? First of all, on the Ides of March. At least I'm pretty sure it's the Ides of March, although Dushan planted a seed earlier saying that the Ides of March is actually on the 13th in the Roman calendar, not the 15th like we would think. I always thought it was dead smack in the middle of March. Um, but anyways, yeah, so I was busy. I was busy failing my test, of course, and I completely 100% blame you guys. I'm just kidding. I take full responsibility. But the biggest thing was there were many days where I didn't get a chance to live stream and chat with you guys, and I 100% miss doing this. So I actually thought about 3 hours ago that I uploaded my video on Rania J because my scent of the day was actually this, and so this is Umbra Loop. And I did a video on this hours and hours ago, and I thought I uploaded it literally over 3 hours ago. And I was like, man, no one's commented on my video. They must really not like Rania J. And then I looked, and sure enough, I didn't hit upload. So that makes perfect sense. So there is a video waiting for everybody later on Umbra Loop, which I actually really enjoyed. I wore it as my scent of the day today. If you guys haven't smelled it, it's almost like a oud amber. I think the oud is a little more prominent than many of the reviewers give it credit for. Um, and it's almost like this, gloopy labdanum amber. It's pretty good actually. It's got layers to it, is what I really like about Umbra Loop. Um, and there are just all these little touches here and there that I really liked. I said the opening spiciness kind of reminds me a little bit of something like Amber Sultan. Um, and if you actually go to Parfumo and click on the reminds us of, it shows Russian oud as a comparison, which as soon as I read that, I was like, you know what? I can completely 100% see that. 100%. Now, oh God. So since I have a bottle of this little unicorn right here, I don't think I would go splurge on Umbra Loop. But I could see the comparison. It's just Russian oud does it does what it does just so much better. Just the quality of the ingredients and everything is amazing. And the ingredients are still good in Rania J, but comparing it to Russian oud is a little hollow, but I completely get the concept. It is. It's relatively close, I think. You could make the case that they are, if you couldn't get your hands on Russian oud, that Umbra Loop could be a decent, replacement, let's say. So, what's everyone wearing? Let's check the comments. Let me see if I remember how to do this. It's been so long. What do I do? Antonio's in the house. What's going on, man? I hope you're not working too hard, brother. That's right. Early to class. Missed you guys. It's been a while. Andy, what's happening, man? Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. Rizzle in the house. What's up, man? What are you guys wearing? Scent of the Night Ormond, man, that is a beautiful fragrance for work. If you're at work, that is a fantastic work fragrance. Kind of boring, but I just think it's a fantastic work fragrance. Good day, Ram. I'm just waiting on Oscar Pour Louis, and I'm excited after watching your recent video. It's fantastic, mate. Especially if you got one of the. So I actually have a correction, I guess, on Oscar de la Renta Pour Louis. So I thought that this version right here was the version before the Parfum Stern. I thought there was like I don't know, like Oscar de la Renta version. And apparently there's not. Boz left me a message and said if I actually take this sticker off right here, then underneath it says Parfum Stern right here, which I don't see that. But yes, it does. He's right. Yes, Parfum Stern. So this is actually this. I don't know if you can see with my camera, but right here it actually says Parfums Stern underneath the sticker. And so it says Parfum Stern right here underneath. And so apparently this is the very first version. Parfum Stern is the first version. And then it went to Sanofi Beauty. And you can see the different packaging. But either of these, I don't fret about. You know, even this one is absolutely fantastic. I think it was Just Add Light. It was Donnie that was saying that the newest one, right before it got discontinued, because it's now officially discontinued. But before it got discontinued, he said the newest one smells like Gillette shaving foam. That it just it's just a little. It still smells good. It's just a little bit, you know, like there's some things missing, if that makes sense. But if you can find either of these versions, I mean, I think I got this bottle for $39.99 or something, and I think I got this one for like, you know, $45 from Manouche or something. I can't remember, but I got both of these just absolutely dirt cheap for the value, for the type of scent this is. And now that it's discontinued, even though they made a lot of these bottles, I have a feeling that these versions, the first version, the Parfum Stern, and the second version, the Sanofi Beauty, will at one day go for big money. I have a feeling that they'll go for big money one day. Not that I care, because I would never sell these. And I actually went through an entire bottle. My very first bottle that I had was a Parfum Stern, if I'm not mistaken. It was actually a spray that broke. I had to decant it. So I don't have the bottle anymore, but I still think I've got maybe 10 or 20 mils of it floating around in decanters somewhere. There it is. Did it remind you of Russian Oud? Yes. Actually, as soon as I read that, I was like, you know, that's actually a really great comparison. You know, Rania J's a quality house. I don't know very much about her. I was going to try and look up some information on her. But when you go to her website, there's actually very little. Fragrantica has a little thing that says, a heart of beating and enveloping amber vibrates on the skin. Along with amber accords are woody notes, labdanum, vanilla, tonka bean, gaiac wood, and vetiver. Warm, sensual, and mysterious. I just don't know very much about Rania J as a house. I was wanting to try to learn more about her, like who is she, you know, if she was professionally trained or anything like that. There's not very much information about her out there. Even on her website, it's kind of, let's see if Lucky Scent says anything about her. Rania J. There's a little blurb, not much, but a small blurb. Let's see what it says. It says, Rania's passion for fragrances and perfumes originates from her childhood in the Middle East. Well, Rania is definitely a Middle Eastern name. In Africa, where she was surrounded by the aromas of the jasmine trees under which she played, the spice markets, souks, and African bazaars. Today, she is a perfumer and nose in Paris, where the nature's aromas remain the core of her modern and sensual creations. Her fragrances put forth noble and rare essences while respecting their olfactory richness and complexities. I would like to know more about her. Umbra Loop, you can get 50 mils for $165 on Lucky Scent, which is still not bad. The prices have gone up a little bit, but they're not bad. That is not a bad price, I would say. And I think she sells like those little 7.5 mil or 8.8 mil Discovery atomizers for like $38 or something. It's not a bad deal at all. I like her sizing and pricing and all that good stuff. And I actually have a video on a fragrance that she did previously called Eau de Sam. So I have a video on the channel on Eau de Sam if you're interested about, you know, you can go check that one out. And then later on after the live stream, you can check out my Umbra Loop video. So after this, we'll have covered basically the whole house, because today on the live stream, we are going to knock out all 6. We're going to knock out all 6 of these bad boys. So we've got Jasmine, we've got Rose Ishtar, we have Lavande 44, Queir Andalou, which I'm most excited about. That's her leather. Musc Moshcus, And finally, we've got T Habanero, which I'm probably second most excited about because this is her tobacco. So, so yes, apparently her samples have changed a little bit. The older samples were completely covered with some sort of like black, covering, like you couldn't see how much juice is left. And so her samples have changed. I think her packaging has changed a little bit too. I think the original one had like a silver looking cap. You can go, if you go to Lucky Scent, you can see it. The new one has, I think, a black cap on top. So I don't know if there is any difference. I don't know if the fragrances have been reformulated, but I do have to give a special shout out to Shiva, because Shiva Vareen actually is the one that sent me this. So he sent me the Rania J sample set. He said he found them to be lacking a little bit, like they were kind of flat on his skin. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get very much, like you couldn't smell them after a while, which is interesting because, listening to some people talk about these, like if you go watch videos on Rania J, there are some people that are like, oh, this like Umbra Loop, for example, is just a beast mode fragrance. It's 10 plus hours, it's huge. And I didn't really get that today. I mean, I could see how it could be big if you really, really, sprayed, but it does tend to really settle down after the first 30 to 45 minutes. Very wearable, even though it's different, very wearable. So that's like 2 ambers in the last week or 2 that I've kind of uncovered that I found pretty interesting. Most people find ambers to be pretty similar to each other. Some people say, like, if you own one amber, like if you own Amber Sultan, you don't need any of the other ones. They all basically do the same things. And I kind of get what they're saying, but now I've uncovered a couple ambers recently. Clandestine Laboratories had one called Silver that I really liked. I really, really liked Silver. Silver was a very unique fragrance, probably his best, to be honest with you. And that was a very interesting amber. And now Umbra Loop. So yes, it was good stuff. It was good. Let's see what everyone's wearing, and then maybe in a couple minutes we'll get the first one on my skin. Where should we start? Do you guys have any favorites? Just got my Rania J samples too. Ah, nice. Good stuff. Yeah, let me know what you think. Come back and leave a comment, Dre Fudan. Let me know what you think. Antonio, yes. Welcome back. Good to be back. Even after a failure, it's good to be back. Scent of the Night, Mont Blanc Starwalker. Ah, yes. That's good stuff, Zen. Yes, I love both of those fragrances you mentioned. Starwalker is unbelievably discontinued. If you just want like an easy to wear, you can see mine's a tester. But if you just want an easy to wear fragrance, it's rose. What is it? Pink pepper, star anise, sandalwood, cedarwood, amber, musk, and this very strange but relaxing, almost like bamboo note. It almost smells like bamboo tea, if that makes sense. Great for the summer or spring, or just when you just want to kind of throw something easy on. Probably Mont Blanc's best fragrance, in my opinion. The only one I have a full bottle of, I can tell you that. And Furio, yeah, I mean, Furio it's unbelievable. Even in the $26 form that you can get, even though it's discontinued, you can still get this on fragrancebuy.ca for $26. And what Zen was alluding to is that I recommended he go grab this because he wanted to get his nose on some vintage fragrances, and this is probably the cheapest way to get an idea of what you're up against. But this thing is an absolute beast. Like when people say other fragrances are a beast, I'm curious if they've smelled stuff like this. This is the definition of beast mode. Morabito OR Black. Oh, I love that stuff. What do you make of it, GMG? Does your bottle look like this, or is it the one with the built-in sprayer? This, I must admit, I feel rather foolish for letting this slip by me for so long. Oh. So I don't know if you can tell, but it actually has the ingredients on the side, and it is a pretty short ingredient list right here. It just says SD alcohol, 39-C, and fragrance, and that's it. But I think this bottle is only like 20 years old, so it must have been right before they kind of made the switch. Right before they kind of made the switch to the to having the longer ingredient list. But oh man, if you love the kind of fragrances that I talk about on the channel when I get into like vintage mode, if you like the Bellamy's and the Coroses and Antaeus and Polo Greens, um, you know, Leonard Porhomme, if those are like your, the vintage opium, if those are like your true loves, Lagerfeld Cologne from 1978, you have to check this out. This is a sleeper for me. I slept on this for a long, long time. I've only worn it a couple times since I've got this bottle. I got this from Moudasir, and I only have worn it a couple times, but man, something with the way that the leather and the labdanum interplays in this is pretty special. And you can tell that it's a creation from a master perfumer. It was done by the same gentleman who did Bellamy, Jean-Louis Suizac, one of my favorite perfumers of all time. He did Bellamy, he did Fahrenheit, he did the original Opium, he did Opium Secret de Parfum. I know that YSL actually had to call him out of retirement to fix Opium because they screwed it up so bad on one of the reformulations that they actually had to call him out of retirement for him to fix their F-ups. And so he's just all around, just all-star to me. Some of my all-time favorites, just for Fahrenheit and Bellamy alone. He would be in the Hall of Fame, just like Jean Martel is in the Hall of Fame to me for Paco Rabanne Porhomme and Dior Jours. That's it. It's all you need. Like, you're not going to top those two, right? But then he went on to do stuff like O.R. Black by Pascal Moribito. He went on to do Kenzo Jungle with the great Dominique Ropion. And so, yeah, I mean, the guy's just an absolute. Now, one thing that I do find interesting is his name has been out of the news. Like, he hasn't made fragrances in what seems like forever. And then all of a sudden, if you look on Parfumo, they actually have him tied to two new fragrances. One from the House of Oman Luxury, which I've never smelled anything from that house, and it's called Wonderlust from 2018. But the note listing kind of seems like something that he might have done. It's like a green spicy scent. And then last year, apparently, he did a fragrance for Nishane called Credo, Kredo, which I've never heard anyone talk about. And it's a spicy, woody fragrance with cardamom, pink pepper, osmanthus absolute, suede, oud, and sandalwood. If it's actually him, I need to try both of those if that's true. I've been on the rough side, and the bottles look terrible, really terrible. Just picked up D&G by Man. Love the lavender profile. Just picked up Egoist Concentrate. Yes, I have it. I have a bottle of Egoist Concentrate. Thank God. And it really is, I know that people give it a hard time for, just saying, oh, it's just like the Eau de Parfum version of Egoist. And it kind of is. I mean, that they just called things concentrate back then because they didn't have like a set formula on EDT, EDP. But it really is just more. It's just, it's if you love Egoist, you'll love Egoist concentrate. But if you own a bottle of Egoist or vintage Egoist or something like that, don't kill yourself to get the concentrate. I mean, it's good. It really is. Probably one of the greatest masculine sandalwoods ever. But don't go pay huge money for it. I don't think it's worth some of the asking price that some of the some of the pirates are looking for. As far as by Man, yes, I 100% agree. It is fantastic lavender. Oh fuck. It's so good. This is a perfect like spring summer for me to go to work or something like that. Uh this is one of the greatest, I think, work fragrances of all time. Thank God Anuj found me this bottle. He found me a tester that's got a little bit missing, but still a decent amount of juice. You made me Google them. I was expecting something worse, just plain boring stock style, like a lot of niche brands. Yeah, it's just plain stock. They just put they put like a plaque on the front that almost looks like it kind of bubbles out. The cap looks kind of cool. Or the old caps looked kind of cool with the silver metal thing, but I think they've changed them to the more boring black. Yeah, the black the black caps I think make them look even more boring. The silver caps that look almost like metal I think make them look a little interesting. So if you go to her website now and you click on 50 mil versus 100 mil, it'll show like a picture of the bottle, and now the 50 mils also show the black caps too. So maybe they just kind of just switched over. What's up, Margie? Are you finally done traveling or what? Gonzalo, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Just watched your 5 love, 5 hate vid. Hope you continue uploading. I'll have to go check that out. Interesting. That is very interesting. I really hate the scent of peace for him. I do not like that fragrance at all. It is not for me. Um, Honestly, if I was going to sell, I feel like I'm being dangerous doing this. If I was going to sell a fragrance, this is damn close at the top of the list. I really don't like this. It gives me a headache every single time. There's just something. Oh, there's something. It's like a fresh Aventus. So I don't know what it is that's just bugging me so much about it, but there is something in there that just it turns my screws. Margie in the house, GMG. I used to have a discovery set of Rania J, not for amberwood sensitive people. I think she blends them pretty well, though. Umbra Loop is the best of the line. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I liked Oud Assam as well. I just thought it felt what I talked to Russian Adam about Oud Assam, and I told him that it feels like that they're using like these brands were using oud as like a top note, because you get this, and usually oud is a base, right? So I remember you get this like very interesting, very natural smelling animalic oud, but for the first like 20 minutes, and then it's gone. And it just kind of turns into a nice woody fragrance after that. It's very peculiar. That violet feels like the missing link between Grey Flannel and Fahrenheit. I'll have to wear it again soon. I never put that together in my brain, but it's a very, I mean, his work is extremely complex. So I don't doubt that I've missed something in OR Black. Don't doubt it one bit. I'm afraid sniffing some new Sweezaks like those 80s bands who release a new album and it sucks. Yes, that is a absolute great point. Terrified to smell the new ones. Hey Ram, what's up? What's going on? Done traveling? All right. You are on the road forever. I love Portrayal Man. Absolutely love it. One of my like if I did like an underrated amouage list, this would be on the list for sure. I don't know if you can see the dent that I've put in this, but it's like right here. That's a hell of a dent for a fragrance that just came out a couple years ago. Oh, I mean, if you like Fahrenheit, you have to try this. Like if you're a violet leaf lover, Portrayal Man has to be on your list. It is it really is something. Now, I bought this like as soon as it came out. And so I got the version that has Portrayal on the side and right here. So I haven't tried the new one that says it down here, but the gasoline opening in this, like They did it justice for sure. And at first, when I got this, I didn't know if I liked it. It took the fragrance a little while to grow on me, because when I first got it, I was like, this is good. This is my taste, especially as a lover of 80s fragrances. But this is not really an amouage. Like the Cade oil that they use doesn't feel like the usual Omani silver frankincense that you're used to smelling, and that kind of thing. I had those feelings about it at first. But the more I wore it, the more it just grew on me. And this is like a power scent now for me. And if you miss the old gasoline openings of the vintage Fahrenheit bottles, Portrayal Man has to be on your list. Yeah, did you bring back a new haul, Margie? What's up, Sonny? How many Chanel perfumes have you tried? Just got Coco from the 80s and I'm blown away. It's like Chanel Opium, the best parfum. And I tried them all, including Bois de Zile vintage parfum. I have not tried Bois de Zile parfum. I've not tried Coco parfum. Actually, I haven't tried many of the parfums, but I've tried a lot of the Chanels. I have a bottle of Bois de Zile and EDT. I've got a vintage bottle of Coco. It's actually right here. I love this stuff too. I got this from Moudasir. I can't remember, but you can see kind of the shorter ingredient list. Not super short, but shorter. And it's really good. This is the Eau de Toilette. And it is something. It's something else. I've always kind of placed these Black Monday with, so like if you take, so if you take Teatro alla Scala, right? And if you take Paco Rabanne's La Nuit, and if you take Ungaro's Diva, and Chanel's Coco, Eau de Toilette, or Eau de Parfum. I think they both came out in the 83, 84 area. I can't remember. But if you take all of those and kind of lump them together, they're all in the same family to me. So I did a fragrance video idea a while back. I've put out a lot of content. Sometimes it gets buried, but there's a video idea I put out called Connections, Fragrance Connections, where I just lumped a bunch of fragrances that I feel are kind of connected to each other. And I think I mentioned all 4 of those in that connection area before I moved on to the next one. But if I didn't, I'm doing it now. So, I mean, if you like Coco, go check out Teatro alla Scala. That's my favorite of the bunch. I like Teatro alla Scala more than Coco, if that tells you how much I love Teatro alla Scala. And, oh, I know. I heard you. No, I heard you. I've never tried the for her version, Mr. Inglewood, but I hate the men's version. Just FYI. Some spotlight on Zara Leather Jardine. Have anyone tried it yet? I have a bottle. Didn't get a chance to give a full wearing. Nice. No, I've never tried a Zara fragrance. How dare you? You are tainted now, Sonny. You must go confess your sins. Go tell him how sorry you are. Actually, I'll just give you penance right now. Just say 10 Hail Marys and never do that again. And his son did Reflection, right? I think so. Yes, I think his son did Reflection, man. That is a dent. I'm interested to sniff it because of the vibe. It is unbelievable. That gasoline opening. I got Portrayal Man. Not bad. I don't know if I can wear it every day. Definitely is very, yeah, it's 80s. It's an 80s vibe. Ah, what's up, Anuj? What's going on? Yeah, I haven't tried the Eau de Parfum or the Pure Parfum. Are you saying that because you have some and you want to set it aside for me, Anuj? Is that what you're doing? Yo. Zonka. Zonka's so good. Rich Mitch, don't sell your bottle, dude. Do not sell your bottle of Zonka, Rich Mitch. Okay, just don't do it. Do not do it. Trust me. Continue to wear it. You will grasp it eventually. He says he doesn't understand it. I'm telling him not to sell Zonka. I think it's amazing. Bertrand Duchefort at his finest. Speaking of sons, I've recently realized that Maitreya Premier Gush. Yes. Yeah, the father was huge difference. Yeah, he is one of the perfumers that I actually hate the most. The son, not the old man. The old man was a master. I do not like the son style at all. Amouage is hard for me to wear every day. Anyways, I could wear it every day. I love Amouage. Sometimes when I'm wearing other stuff, I just like look at my Amouage bottles longingly. You know, I'm just like, oh, why didn't I wear you today? What is wrong with me? Thank you, my friend. Much obliged. I'm sorry. Kevin, right? Is it Kevin? Is that who that is? I can't remember who that is. I feel like I should know. And I also feel like I need to get a damn fragrance on my skin. Where should we start? Platinum Egoist. I actually do not own a bottle of that because I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you. I'll take regular Egoist all day. Thank you, Anuj. Thanks, man. Where should I start? I guess we'll start with what's in my hand. Jasmine, comma. Ooh, this sounds like a scary place to start. Scary Jasmine. Rich Mitch is turning in his sleep right now. Jasmine, comma. Right wrist. Okay, here we go. Pray for me. All right. Good old Jasmine. And let me guess, it's going to be Jasmine, isn't it? Oh, it's Jasmine, all right. Woo! I mean, it's a pretty well done Jasmine, though. It smells very natural. It smells like the Jasmine Absolute that Russian Adam sent me. Or the Jasmine Otto, I should say. He sent me two, actually. He sent me Jasmine Grandiflorum and Jasmine, whatever the other popular one is. I can never remember the names. Maybe I shouldn't have started with this one. I feel like I never know what to say whenever I smell something like this. And it's not to my, it's not my favorite thing to wear. Egyptian Jasmine Absolute is what Parfumo says, with bergamot, damask rose, musk, vanilla, sandalwood, heliotrope, and patchouli. So let's see what the little blurb says. The little blurb, I always love reading the little blurbs. So Rania J's website says a sophisticated, fresh, and pure fragrance created from Jasmine Absolute and combined to the sweetness of vanilla. It is a little bit sweet. An invitation to love and enchantment. I don't know about all that, but if white florals are your thing, this might be one to check out. Jasmine, comma, is an excellent showcase for the Egyptian jasmine, which is richly animalic. I can't say I know how Egyptian jasmine smells versus Jasmine grandiflorum, or anything like that. But, oh man, this is like Rich Mitch's nightmare right here. It is Jasmine, out and out Jasmine, in bloom. Jasmine, night blooming Jasmine. The word comma brings to mind thoughts of the Kama Sutra. And why, yes, this is the seriously carnal scent. A brilliant bergamot opens the show with a sour, bright citrus. I'm getting more sweetness than brightness right now. Accents the fizzes, violently enough to get your saliva glands working. Is this blurb PG? A clutch of Egyptian jasmine blooms immediately begin to pump out a stream of inky, fecund indoles into the air. It's not ultra fecal to me, though. That's the thing. I don't find it ultra indolic or anything like that. It's just white floral, reminding the wearer that the aroma of jasmine is excitingly close to the smell of decay, sex, and rebirth. Heliotrope adds a powdery sparkle that balances out the inky, fruity jasmine, but earthy patchouli in the base drags jasmine further into the shadows. Simultaneously fresh and indolic, Jasmine Kama is a jasmine for those searching for a different take on the most sultry of white flowers. Well, okay. Did you buy Lalique Ombre Noir? No, I didn't. I had it in my cart, but the problem is I also had like 5 other things in my cart that would have made it like $500 purchase or $600. And I was like, you know what? I don't need this stuff. Like, I mean, I would have loved to just buy it. I also had, I think, Patchouli Koza and Africa Oliphant and Terra and Magnificence and whatever Queir that that Beaufort London sells, whatever that leather one that I've had my eye on, and then like one other thing too. So it would have been a big order, so I decided not to. I got crazy and got a bunch of amouages waiting for 5 this weekend. Holy shit, Omar! Which ones did you get? When I say layer, I mean wearing 2 fragrances at once, not necessarily wearing right on top of each other. You really never wear 2 frags, no. Other than when I'm doing shit like this for you guys. And when I'm walking around smelling like a Frankenstein. No, never. I mean, I bet it smells great on you, Margie. I just can't. I can't stomach. I can't wear that. That is way too white floral. I'm gonna have to agree with the duck on this one. Ram, Margie, Anuj, what's up, Rachel? I hope you're feeling better. By the way, it was good seeing you on Eugene's stream today. Even fighting a head cold or whatever you had, you made a lot more sense than most people when I hear when they go on there and ramble. Bon Monsieur, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a real good one. It's under lock and key. It's under armed guard. Anuj, I fell asleep and forgot to text. I hope you get to feeling better. Hope you're feeling better indeed. Yes. Anuj is our dealer. He shows up and he puts little bait in the water, waits for us to bite. I remember the Lavende being the best in my opinion. I kind of like it. That's the one that's barbershoppy, right? Let's go. Let's do Lavende. Where are you, Lavende? Lavende 44. This is the one that kind of has a barbershoppy Coumarin Fougere quality, right? Is Ram wearing jasmine and vanilla? Well, there is jasmine and vanilla in Jasmine Kama, but I guess I could see this sour side of things that they say a little bit. You gotta really love jasmine to like this. I mean, it is. I mean, I think the quality is good, and I think the price is good. I like her pricing model. I think she's at a very fair. For someone that wants to go into niche and try something different, I think she's very fair. With where perfume prices are going, I was watching some old videos. Like Sebastian did a video on my scent of the day, which was Umbra Loop, and he did it like 6 or 7 years ago. And I think the pricing at the time was about 120 or 125 bucks for 50 mil. Now they're at like 165. So it's gone up, but some perfume prices have like doubled in the last 7 years. So yes, Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. Oh man. Speaking of classic barbershop scents, one of my every time I wear that, I'm just like, oh, it's so good. Sending you all the positive energy. That's right. Hope you get to feeling better, Rachel. Freaking love Paco Jean Martel, the greatest to do it. I wish he made more sense too, man. I mean, I had to put, when I did my video yesterday, I had to put, Jules as number one. I can't, the more that I kind of wear this, the more I realize just what a true genius scent this is. This is like, fuck. Oh God. Every time, man. It gets me every time. It is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I have a backup coming one of these days. Very soon, hopefully. How do you achieve that style in front of your hair? Do you use gel, pomade, wax, or a hair dryer? Pomade, wax, I don't know what that is. Gel, I don't know what that is. I do use a hair dryer. You can't do this without a hair dryer. I mean, maybe you could, but you have to like dry it and then put some gel, and then not gel, but what's that shit I use? It's called bedhead. It's like they come in like a green one or a blue one. There's a blue one and a green one. And I think the green one is supposed to be like matte styling, and the blue one is supposed to be like, I don't know, wetter. I don't fucking know. They're both good. Whatever I can find, I'll use those two, and then just hairspray it. Just hairspray the shit out of it. Stumbled upon Eugene's live earlier when you and the other guys were left alone. Most surreal moment in the history of live streams. What did I miss? He uses perfume. That's right. My scent of the day. How do you feel about poopy scents? I think Margie likes the animalic scents. Take you enjoyed our surreal intersection. It transcends space and time. Yeah, it is. Biblos Uomo is a very different take on citruses. Yes, it's very soapy and a little oddly like green. But this is an interesting summer scent. If you can get this for $20 like I did, go for it. But don't pay big money for it because it's discontinued. Don't do it. It's not worth it. But yeah, for a summer scent, if you want to kind of be a little bit different, Biblos, I think it used to be called Biblos Man or Uomo or... Yeah, it's good. I agree, Mr. Inglewood. We're on the same page. Waiting for Portrayal, Black Iris, Lyric, Memoir, and Gold. All right, it's been 43 minutes. I've only put one fragrance on. Let's do Lavende 44 since we were talking about it. Good old Lavender Kumarin Fougere, eh? The belly rub killed me. My God, there was a belly rub. What have I missed? Oh, I like that. That is definitely a fougere. It feels like just classic, There's not... Rich Mitch said this in his Dusita video today, and I kind of agree with him, but he said that in his Dusita video that there's not much of a twist on I think it was La Doucière de Siam. Or maybe it was Isara. It was Isara that he was talking about, and it's a very actually similar fragrance to Lavende 44. It's like a Kumarin Fougere classic, style masculine fragrance. That I just saw Money's super chat. Can I just ignore that one, or do I have to read it because it's a super chat? Is that a rule? Do I have to read super chats? He said that Isara was well done, but there wasn't like much of a twist to it, you know? And that's kind of how I feel about Lavende 44 right now. The lavender, tonka bean, probably geranium. What's in this thing? Let's see. Lavende 44. Spicy green, bergamot, petitgrain, lavender, lavender absolute, cedarwood, labdanum, musk, tonka bean, vetiver, oud, and patchouli. Oud. I don't get much oud here. Not like I did in Umbra Loop. Umbra Loop, I got a lot of oud out of it. Yeah, spicy green. She likes using oud as like a backbone of her scents that I've noticed. Maybe it's her Middle Eastern upbringing, but too kind indeed. My favorite jasmine is Fils de Joy from Surge. I'm sure some Frenchman just had a conniption after I tried to read that, but no one ever talks about Biblos Uomo. No, I don't think it's really worth talking much about. I mean, it's good for like a freshy, you know, spray the shit out of it on a 100-degree day here in Texas kind of thing. But I wouldn't pay big money for it or anything. These type of fragrances are a hard sell for me. But it's good. Love it. There's the super chat. How are you so sexy? Sexy beast. Any updates on doing a video with Russian Adam about the new vintage frag you got? No, because he actually returned his. Because he tried a previous version of it that came in a different bottle. And if you actually look for Bouquet de Founds, so this is the one that Sonny's talking about, this Bouquet de Founds. So he tried it in a previous bottle that had the vintage 3 or 4 lamb heads on the. It was almost like a chalice, you know. And René Lalique made that flacon, if memory serves, the original one with the lamb's head on it. This one's a Baccarat crystal bottle. And Russian Adam said that the darker juice in the original bottle was darker and more animalic, and so he decided to just return this and get his money back. So he didn't keep it. I actually really like it, and this seller has some crazy stuff. So I was looking today. He's got an original Jacques Fat Iris Gris, I believe, an original one with an outrageous presentation. He wants like $1,500 for it. But still, I mean, for what they sell the new one, to get the original one like that for that, he's got some really good stuff. It's expensive, but you get some crazy stuff. So I think Russian Adam wanted, like, he decided he wanted to get the original, find like the original bottle, which is, he might have to look for a while for that. Even this one's really hard to find, but I'm happy with it. So Justin the Tsar, I love it. That's much better than Roger Graves. Are you like hiding from the CIA or something, Justin? Every time you got a new screen name, every comment you leave gets like flagged. Like I have to approve it for some reason. Are you like on the list or something? Yep, true story. 2020. He's been chomping at the bit. Fashionable today. You know, you gave me that, and it's on my it is on my list to wear in summer. So this was a gift from Justin the Tsar. I'll talk about this one of these days. Waiting for it to get really hot. This is a good, really hot frag. It's so 90s. This might be like one of the most 90s fragrances I've ever smelled. It is so 1990s. It has that really fresh musk thing going on that you smell, like that, not musk, but almost like, laundry soap. You know how sometimes, if you've ever smelled the opening of Versace's Dreamer, it has that laundry soap vibe. I guess it can come from the musk too. There's lavender, geranium, Nutmeg, cedarwood, sandalwood, oak moss. So yeah, I'll talk about this one day. Great summer frag. So yes, thanks for that, Justin. I know I haven't talked about it yet, but I have not forgot about you. I have not forgot. Umbra Supreme is on the way. Ah, that's one of the best ambergris fragrances of all time. Speaking of ambergris, I think tomorrow we're going to be doing a first impression on. Where are you? Where'd you go? Here it is. Actually, I don't want to touch it because it leaked a little bit. It's going to get all over my fingers. It's Baikal Gris from Arise Le Doré. I don't have a bottle, but Nick very kindly sent me a very generous decant. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Yes, he's a Tupac fan. I sniffed out your cherry smoke tonight. I think you'd like it. Cherry profile with incense. It's like if Amouage made a scent with cherry. I seriously doubt I'm going to like cherry smoke. That's the Tom Ford. I seriously doubt I would like that, Inglewood. I just got a vintage Paco Rabanne Pour Homme and vintage Sung Homme for $10 each. Bravo, my friend. Bravo. You absolutely hit the jackpot with that store, dude. Honestly, you cleaned house. I thought you had mentioned being on with Eugene and Mitch today. No, you're correct. We did, but Eugene had to cancel. So I think we're going to try maybe next week. If memory serves. I'm not 100% sure, but stay tuned. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I was wearing my Dior Prives getting ready for it. I had the list already. Felt pretty good about it and canceled. And then they wanted to do tomorrow, but then I couldn't do tomorrow. So maybe we'll try it next week. Money's invading the RAM stream. His evil thoughts. Super lucky they didn't know what they had. They were just trying to get, dude, I'm telling you, hit the jackpot with that spot, Justin. Some of the stuff you told me you found there is unreal. Those choroses you scored, failed. How much should you spend on frags? That's more of a personal question, I think, of how much can you spend. Don't mortgage your house or anything, I'll tell you that. But I do blame you guys for failing the exam, so you guys have to make it up for me. Rachel has, dude, don't piss off Rachel, money. Rachel has the wrench. She will block you. Actually, no, I don't think she's ever blocked anyone. Not without telling me anyways, unless someone really pissed her off and then she blocked them. But yes, how could you be late, Alan? How dare you? How have you been, man? Hope you have been well. Emperor's Court. You have Emperor's Court. It's on my list to talk about on the channel one of these days. This was a Peter Carter gift to talk about, so I need to get to know it a little bit. Sorry the lighting's so bright in here. Let me see what I can do. I don't know if that's any better, but we will try. So yes, Emperor's Court. It's not bad. I've worn it to bed a couple times. It's not my favorite oud, I'll tell you that. It's hard, I guess, when you're comparing against Russian Atom and Ensar and Bortnikov's. I think I still prefer their way of doing ouds a little bit more. But this is still not bad. Apparently, these are made in India, so they don't have any IFRA. They don't have any IFRA regulations on them. Yes, to everyone that did not know that, that is the Roger Graves reformulated. Justin in the house. It isn't a perfume that gets you excited. It's simple and straightforward, but it's good. I'm liking Lavende 44. It's good. I like it. Even this Jasmine is starting to get better. It's just the opening that was a little white floral. I mean, it's still white floral, but I feel like maybe it's bringing in some woods or something now. I like both of them. Obviously, Lavende 44 is much more my style. Sending now. You hate sweet frags, but I'm curious what's the sweetest scent you enjoy? Probably Original Santal by Creed, which is basically like Pierre Bourdon does. Oh shit! Why can't I think of the name? Yop Homme. It's like Pierre Bourdon does Yop Homme for Creed, and I like Yop Homme too. If you get the vintage Lancaster version, it's good. But yeah, it's sweet. I have some. There are some. There are some exceptions to that rule. I don't hate all sweet fragrances. I think I just hate the way that the perfume industry has started to do modern sweetness, like that fake tonka that's in everything nowadays, especially in all men's fragrances. I really don't like that. I don't like the way sweetness started to get done on the women's side of things either in the last 10 years or so. Everything has that bubblegum sweetness stuff. It's disgusting to me. But there are some vintage fragrances that were sweet that never bothered me like the modern sweetness does. I think it's just I don't know. I think it's just me being a grumpy old man already. I want to tell all these houses to get off my lawn. Speaking of friendly, Umbra Loop and Eau de Sam gives me wood, agar wood. So keep your minds out of the gutter. All right, Alan. I bet it's amen. I do like amen. Even with that ethyl maltol, I love amen. Have you tried Shea and Blue parfums? I have not. Why is Shea blue? I don't know. I've never tried them. Keep getting hacked, but I still have the Roger Graves screen name. How are you getting hacked? You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger ripped. You need to go kick some ass, Justin. Margie's favorite frag ever. Is that true? It's like a soap musk. It is like a soap musk. Yeah. It's like a laundry soap musk, though. Not like a. You ever like go running at night or something, you just want to go for a jog, and your neighbors are doing laundry, and they've got that, or the dryer vent is like on the side of the house, and the wind kicks up just right. And you like smell the smell of like Bounty dryer sheets or something, a little bit of that laundry soap. That's kind of what Fashion Nobile smells like. It is extremely clean, musky, clean 90s. I enjoyed my sample of Rania Umbra Loop. Yes, I did too. It's very good. I liked it. I think with Russian Oud, I don't think I would get a bottle, but it's good. I like her stuff so far. I would wear cherry smoke if someone gave it to me for free. Yeah, I mean, if someone sends me a sample, I'll talk about it on the channel. But I would. I'm not buying that. The guy on eBay is called. Hang on. I'll tell you. His name is Ambrosinide, Ambrocenide, Ambrosinide. He's got fantastic feedback, but and he's in Grasse. He's in the headquarters of the perfume world, but I don't think Russian Adam was as pleased with it as he was hoping to be. So, but I haven't smelled the one from the original chalice, so maybe there was a reformulation of Bouquet de Founds. I don't know, but I like this. I mean, it smells very posh to me. I don't, I definitely don't think it's fake. I think that it potentially could be watered down. That's the one thing that I was thinking, is that maybe he diluted this a little bit with perfumer's alcohol. Like maybe the original version had like this much left or something. That's my guess. If there's any funny business that's going on, maybe there was some dilution to make it seem fuller. But other than that, I mean, I can't imagine that's fake. That smell is... The vintage one, don't mess with Rachel. No, I don't care for Versace Dreamer as much either. Although I wouldn't mind a vintage bottle. Galen's a lurker. Yes, that's right. We all know that. If I had the little clip, I'd hit it right now. I'd be like Jim Cramer on Mad Money where he presses all the sound effects, you know? Galen's a lurker. You don't like Versace Dreamer? Uh-oh. What's up, Eugene? Hope you're doing well, man. 290s laundry. It is very 90s laundry must. Yep. I remember women wearing Yop Homme. You know, I don't hate it, especially in the Lancaster version. I think it's a lot deeper than the modern stuff. Bengal Rouge, yes. I mean, yeah, anything Liz Moore's does is fantastic. Shamad Homme, I've never smelled that. I want to. I've never smelled it. Did Galen really swap his Kalesh? Have you tried Javoy La Liturgie des Airs? Smells like a Catholic church. It has really grown on me. No, but I really like the House of Javoy. Zen. I am afraid sniffing it will kill brain cells. All right, let's get another one of these on my skin. So let's do T Habanero. So T Habanero is going to be let's say left arm. I don't know why I apologize for that, but I did. Left arm T Habanero. Here we go. Oh, this better be good. This is her tobacco. Oh, I like that. That is by far the winner so far today. Hands down. 100%. No questions asked. That is a very good tobacco. Extremely good. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. But to be fair, and I've said this before, it's very important to know your reviewer's tastes. So before you go blind buy something based on what someone says, it's important to know whether they like sweet fragrances, hate sweet fragrances, like tobacco, hate tobacco. I mean, those are important facets. And I've said it before. For me, tobacco and leather are easy sells, and oud. They're very easy sells for me. And this is a well done tobacco. Very well done. It smells so like I'm just in the tobacco field. I mean, it gives me that. I bet you there's oud in here too. Without even looking at the note listing, I bet you she uses oud in this as well. Yep, there's freaking oud in here. With leather. Black tobacco. What is that? Black tobacco, pepper. Yeah, pepper, cardamom, and pink pepper. It's definitely spicy. So it opens up spicy tobacco, but almost like you're smelling like a tobacco field. Like it's a little bit green, but almost dry, you know, like picture October 31st in your mind, you know, picture like what that looks like. The end of October. It's not yet November, but the fields are golden. You know, fall is in the air. There's scarecrows up, right? And pumpkins are out. Yeah, this is really good. This would be fantastic for fall. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Galen never tells me anything, Bobby. Laundry soap. What did you get for Kalesh? Yo, what's happening, Nikki? Nikki in the house? Don't tell us you sold it. What have I missed? So far we have tried Jasmine, on my left wrist, which I'm liking what it's turning into. I didn't like the opening, but I do like what it's settling down into from Rania J. This is the whole Rania J live stream. And then we have Lavende 44, which is a very good traditional, like if you're someone that is like clean cut, you know, you don't like change, you don't like exciting new notes, you just like your you know, classic fougere, lavender, coumarin, woods. It a little bit like barbershop soapy, kind of in the way that Paco Rabanne Pour Homme is maybe a little bit barbershop soapy, very aromatic, slightly green, but apparently there's a little bit of oud in here, and the oud gives it a slight, and I mean very slight. Like, I don't know if I would have detected oud. Like, I don't know if I would have guessed it was oud, but there's something that's just a little bit animalic, you know, just almost like a hint, like an outline of animalic. It's good. I mean, since I have Paco Rabanne Pour Homme and Rive Gauche Pour Homme and Bon Monsieur and all these beautiful barbershop scents, I don't know if I would go for this as a full bottle, but it's good. It's good. And then the winner so far is T Habanero. This is a spicy tobacco. I guess habanero, obviously that makes sense. Spicy. She says black tobacco, which I don't know what the hell that is. There's only 3 fragrances, or actually I lied. There are maybe 8, a handful of fragrances that list black tobacco. One of them is a Phaedon fragrance called Oriental Mint. I've never heard of it. Another one is Amber Oud Tobacco Edition by Al Haramain. Never smelled it. And that's pretty much it as far as what I know. But so I've never really heard of this black tobacco note. But I'm already kind of getting a little bit of that leather with the frankincense. So it's kind of like a smoky, you know, at first it almost felt like golden field tobacco. And now it feels like, you know, when you like just light the tobacco and it just kind of, if anyone was an ex-smoker and it just kind of begins to burn, but you haven't really gotten any of the smoke yet, but you can kind of see it burning and you can see the smoke starting to come off of the tobacco. That's kind of where it's at right now. This is very good. This may be a full bottle. This may be a full bottle. I think because I have stuff that does what Eau de Somme does, but better, I would pass on that. And I think because I have stuff that does what Umbra Loop does, but better in Russian Oud, I would pass on that. I would pass on Umbra Loop, even though it's her most popular. But this one may be harder for me to pass on. I am a tobacco sucker. Oh, fuck. That is really good. I really like that. I like a few sweet ones too, but I don't like everything is sweet and yes. Yeah, I'll do a video on Bulgari Man in Black one of these days. Justin, I've got like 4 little 1.5 ml samples. I have Umbra Loop and Queir Andalou. I can't wait to try Queir Andalou. Yeah. Thanks for that, Miss Jefferson. Margie in the house. What Kalesh? Which Kalesh? Yes, which version? In grade school, all the older girls were wearing Yop Homme. That is crazy. I did not know that. Is vintage cool water worth smelling? I've never smelled vintage cool water, except, I mean, I had a bottle when I was a little kid, but that was I must have had a bottle in the early 90s. So I must have been like 7 or 8. I remember my old man bought it for me on an airplane. We were coming back from Jordan. No, I must have been older than that because we didn't go till I was 12. So this must have been like the mid 90s when I had a bottle of cool water. But I remember the lady would come around with a cart, and on the cart were a bunch of fragrances. And I remember my dad picked cool water and was like, "You should get this one," because I was like, "Shit, I don't know what to get." And I just looked to him. Is it good? And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is good." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm getting cool water." He only had a vintage E splash of Kalesh, 200 mil. Wow. That's what I like to hear. T Amberwood. It's not that bad though. I don't hate this like I hate like I hated the amber woods in Unique Luxury. These are not Unique Luxury amber woods, I'll tell you that. We are still live, Scooby Dooby. Thanks for being here. We'll fix this mistake. Took the perfume swap in Portland Saturday night. Took it to the perfume swap in Portland. A perfume swap? Wow, that sounds cool. We don't have stuff like that in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Texas. I want a mini of that in Paco Rabanne Pour Homme Manouche. Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. You're getting all the classics, Margie. Consider it done. You get a nap and feeling better. Rach. He swapped out Kalesh. Tears. Pure tears. For white floral recommendations, go there. Rich Mitch. You know, I understand what he means by not liking white florals. As a man who shares similar taste with Rich, you know, when we want to wear stuff from the vintage masculine realm, it's hard to think about white florals, you know? Laundry soap indeed on Fashionable. No one talks about this. I think I've heard Chris from Scentland mention this once, though. So it does get some talk, but very little. It's so clean. This is like the hottest day of the year you pull this out, you know? This is the perfect amount of juice for me, by the way. This is how I should buy all my bottles now, just like this. The Great Anouge, that's right. I have Kelly Kalesh. A girl gave it to me, then blew me off. Wow. I guess there's worse things that could happen. Eugene, are you going to try Tom Ford Grey Vetiver Parfum? Probably not. I mean, if someone sends me a sample, but I'm not going to run out and spend any money on it. No. I'm pretty done with Tom Ford. You know what? This may sound I don't know what is this going to sound like, but I think I'm pretty done with most brands. I think most brands have they've lost me. Everything LVMH is, and the stuff that's not LVMH, which is getting harder and harder to come by, is either Puig or L'Oreal, and then the even smaller portion that isn't that is basically stuff like this that we're talking about. And I'm like, I kind of have something that does this, you know, like you know, there's very little that I smell anymore that just makes me run out and just want to go buy something, you know, and my guess is I'm going to be disappointed, and there's no need. I mean, I've got a full bottle of Roja's Vetiver I think I've worn once that never really impressed me. I've got a full bottle of Guerlain Vetiver and 3 bottles of all 3 Encre Noirs, and I mean, just, you know, a bottle of Sultan Vetiver. Like, there's really no need for me other than to talk about it on the channel. I really don't care what Tom Ford puts out. Plus, now that I know that they have officially sold out, I know what it's going to be. I mean, I know what's coming. Sorry to hear that indeed. I prefer the original Kalesh. Yes, I've got a bottle. It is good, but again, it's not my favorite. It is not my favorite, but I've got one of those older bottles where they put the writing on the bottom in like weird, you know, white or yellow letters. They used to do this back in the day, almost like they painted it on the bottle, you know. So yes, but Kalesh is good. It is. It's a Guy Robert, if memory serves. If you like what Guy Robert did for Amouage in gold, check out Kalesh. I mean, gold is better in my opinion, but Kalesh is still good. She collected Barbie dolls and accessories, and she thought I was weird. Sometimes we are the weirdos. A lot of times. Kelly Kalesh is just meh. Yeah. Dose the oud. Does the oud in that just give it depth? For my twin brother, and he's not a fragrance person, so I'm trying to make it boring, and it's been hard. Yes, I think it does. I think it does give it depth. I don't think I would have, went, oh, there's oud in here. But reading it as a note and then smelling it, I think I can pick out like it's whisper, or it's slight signature. I don't know. It's Lavende 44 is good. Like if I didn't have Rive Gauche Pour Homme and those type of barbershop-y scents, Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, Azzaro Pour Homme, would I go for this? Yeah, absolutely I would. I would go for this. I would go for Umbra Loop. I would go for T Habanero. My guess is I'm probably going to like Queir Andalou. I mean, it's a good brand. It's just, and I was mentioning this towards the end of my video a little bit, but I feel like I'm almost at this spot in my fragrance journey where if I had come across this years ago, I would have bought it. No doubt about it. But now I'm like, there's really no need. I'm like, everyone's collection's different, right? Because of the way it was built. Excuse me. Nobody's collection is going to be the same once you get to 200, 300, 400 bottles. Everyone's going to go different ways and find little nooks and crannies here and there. They collect stuff that's different. And it's, I may grab Anna's Warrinkia's, Cuir de Russie, and you may grab Chanel's Cuir de Russie, and someone else may grab Guerlain's Cuir de Russie, which I'm jealous of. I want that Guerlain Cuir de Russie. And go different ways and all this stuff. But now I feel like I'm kind of saying no to stuff because I already have things that do what I'm smelling now, if that makes sense. So, I think this is a good brand, though. Unlike Gonzalo, I don't hate it. Which it worries me that he doesn't like this brand, though, because I feel like if I ended up buying a bottle and then the amberwood started to come out and I noticed it, that I would regret it, But right now the amberwoods are not bothering me. My chair is like coming off on my arm. I think it's time for a new chair. Got a grandma in Italy thinking of doing some vintage frag hunting when I go visit her. Hell yes. Italy is a fantastic place for vintage fragrances. That's where I got my, Italy is where I got my very hard to find Cuir de Russie Eau de Cologne, which you talk about a banger of a fragrance. Oh my God, this stuff. The florals, the animalics, I mean, there are some gems in Italy, some absolute gems. Sorry about the shitty camera on these lives. But yes, yeah, Italy, definitely. Italy and Japan. Oh. So yes, and that's the other thing that I've been thinking lately is it's really hard to buy a bottle of something like what Rania J is selling when you have stuff like this sitting on the shelf. Like, I just feel like I should be wearing this and Opium and the stuff I love, Bellamy and vintage Givenchy Gentleman from 1974. And, I'm almost getting to the point now too, where I'm like, like today I wore Umbra Loop as my scent of the day, and it almost got to the point where I'm like not enjoying even testing it because I'm like, shit, I could be wearing Ombre Sultan. That's my favorite amber. I've got like multiple bottles to go through, so I'm almost at this weird point too where even testing something like this is like, I feel like I'm wasting the day. Like, there's only so many days, and you want to wear your favorite fragrances, So I don't know. I'm gonna maybe failing that test put me in a weird state of mind. Caron third man or Rive Gauche? Ooh, rain check on that one, dude. That's a tough question. I got to think about that, Eugene. Shit. Wow. I know you would probably prefer third man. But see, I don't have the bottle of third man that you have, Eugene. And I remember you saying that whenever you smelled the vintage third man, that it was unrecognizable to you. But I've never smelled the new one either. That's the thing. So this is the only one that I know. I think I would take third man. I think this is a more complex fragrance. However, vintage Rive Gauche Pour Homme in the shaving foam, barbershop bottle, the shaving cream bottle is really good. The way that, there were some perfumers that I think just kind of have a way with a certain note at a certain time in their career. That may be an interesting video. Perfumers that kind of found a note and just continued to kind of hit on it at a certain point in their career. Like Demachy did it with myrrh. Like, here's an example. So Demachy took myrrh and made Fahrenheit Absolute, which is a beautiful flanker of Fahrenheit. Some of Demachy's best work right here. He took myrrh and made Eau Sauvage Parfum from 2012, which is this and Eau Sauvage Parfum are two of my favorite Demachy designers that he made during his reign. And then, of course, Leather Oud, and he made, Leather Oud, and he made some higher end fragrances for the Privé line too. But where I was going with this is that Star Anise is a note that I really feel like Jacques Cavalier kind of mastered a little bit. And he used Star Anise in Rive Gauche Pour Homme to perfection, but he also used it a couple years earlier in Opium Pour Homme. And so, yeah, I think third man would have to be the proper answer for me. But that's not taking anything away from Rive Gauche Pour Homme. Like I like wearing this on a hot day, by the way. Some people are like, I like to wear this in the winter. This is a hot day fragrance for me. And it's the smell of like if I imagine what I would want my daughter to associate with me, right? Which she'll probably, she's probably smelled more fragrances than any 3-year-old alive. But and now she's wanting me to like spray a fragrance on her or dab a fragrance on her. I dabbed some of that opium on her the other day. Oh my God. And she's hilarious because she sees me with the she sees me with the blotters, and she'll take the blotter and she'll be like, like, you have no clue what you're smelling. Stop that. But yes, I think if I wanted her to like associate a fragrance with dad, it would be hard to get a better dad fragrance than this. This is, it's really good. So tough question, Eugene. T Habanero. Let's see what the little blurb says out of curiosity. T Habanero. This is definitely my favorite, I think, so far. Released in 2014, T Habanero stuns with its unique portrayal of what happens when a fruity, stinky Cambodian oud, I don't know about stinky, I don't know if I agree with that, meets a dark, nutty tobacco leaf. Nutty tobacco. Imagine a thick stew of chocolatey spices fermenting in an oak barrel and a man pouring in a handful of dry tobacco leaves. I get dry tobacco for sure. And oud wood chips, dark with resin. After a long soak, the drenched woods and tobacco leaves are spread out to bake under a hot sun, releasing a host of fruited, dark, fermented aromas. One doesn't know where the oud begins and the tobacco ends. The genius of this scent is that the perfumer knows how to pull all the chaotic, disparate elements of the scent into one harmonious whole, using a smooth, earthy myrrh to link the fungal dampness of the oud to the creamy sweetness of the tobacco leaf. What could have easily been a rough cacophony, turns out to be a suave and sophisticated tobacco fragrance, a real tour de force. Yeah, I agree. This is my favorite, I think, from the whole brand. I think it's my favorite from the whole brand. Wonder what prices are like. Pretty good. In Italy, oh, they're going to be fantastic. 1 million Privé, that's a decent tobacco. Believe it or not, I think that's the best 1 million. I think that's the best 1 million fragrance there is. Hey, Bob. Third Man, not even close. Third Man, it's very good. Try and find Biagiotti Venezia Uomo. Well, I don't know what the Venezia stands for, but I can tell you that Biagiotti Uomo is a buy. This one's a buy right here. No question about it. 100%. Don't even think about it. Just if you love the stuff I love, I told Rich Mitch to drop everything and buy this. 1989, fucking unbelievable take on a fougere. Very masculine, very 80s. Well done. Is Vintage Kalesh a bargaining chip? I mean, I don't know how much I could get for my little vintage bottle here, but I would swap this with someone. Who wants to swap me? Same, Anuj. Never smelled Third Man, but I know Eugene loves it. If you're on a you want to smell all the classics, Margie, throw Third Man on the list. You're passing on Umbra Loop? Yo, Justin, cheers. I'm passing. I think I'm going to end up passing on this whole house, although it's really good. I just don't think, maybe if I find like a partial bottle or something down the road, but I'm not going to go to Lucky Scent and buy new ones or anything. I was shooting for Aventus. I think he was shooting for Aventus. Anuj, is your Oscar de la Renta for men older bottles or newer? Both are great, but the older ones are nice and bitter. Yeah, the older ones are very good. I learned, and I said this earlier, Justin, maybe you weren't here, but I learned that this, what I originally thought was the version before the Parfum Stern, is actually the Parfum Stern version, and it's the first version. So it went Parfum Stern, and then it went Sanofi. Anuj had the Sanofi bottles. I don't know if he still does, but either or are fantastic. It's just the new ones apparently smell like Gillette's shaving foam. I've never smelled the new ones, but yeah, it is. It's more traditional. You wore Aventus to Boy Scouts, right? I was never in Boy Scouts, mate. But if I was in Boy Scouts, I probably would have been wearing Cool Water because that's what I had at the time. You can get 3 70s Kaleshes for the price of a Shaker Bellamy. Oh, Shaker Bellamy all day, baby. I noticed a while back you have it for sale. Nothing matches Rive Gauche, in my opinion. The woman's version. Pour Louis or Oscar. Yellow box. Oscar Yellow box. I gotta look this up. What are you talking about, Anuj? What is this yellow box? Oscar, what's it called, Anuj? Are you talking about Oscar for Men from 99? Don't even get Justin started on this one. This is another one he was pounding the table on, I think. I have never, if you're talking about Oscar for Men from 99, I've never smelled that one either. I've never smelled Oscar for Men. I would take Pour Louis all day. Oh, you're asking Justin. He's asking for Pour Louis. If you love stuff like Rive Gauche, Azaro Pour Homme, and Sung Homme, try Azaro Onyx. Yeah, you've been pounding the table on that one too, Justin. I must stock on vintage Kalesh. Which one? Pour Louis. You meant the yellow box. You talking about the one from 99. They call that the parting gift. That's right. Yellow. No vintage reformulation concept. Interesting. Very interesting. If you have a bottle, even though it's not my style, I may be interested in news. Tell me, send me what you got. All right, let's try Cuir Andalou, the one I've been most excited to try. My Kalesh's new form, I really love it. Nice. Thanks for being here. Gotta love that twist lock sprayers on Kalesh's. Yes. Are you sure? I have 2 and the newer one. Both are discontinued now. A drop of sweetness. It could just be how they were stored. Anyone reading this must get Oscar for Men. Fine, Justin, fine. A masterpiece. Oh, shit, dude. Is it a masterpiece, Anuj? Is it a masterpiece? Okay, Cuir Andalou. Oh, I like that too. Fuck, I really like that. T Habanero and Cuir Andalou are winners. Go figure. That is really good. Cuir Andalou. Man, you know what this is giving me vibes of right now? This is giving me vibes of like, imagine you took Roja's Great Britain and put some oud in it. That's kind of what you get here. Roja's Great Britain with oud. Yep, the stuff sold on Fragbuy, Fragnet, Fragrance X is the same. No change in formula. Oh, shit. Never smelled vintage Kalesh. Haven't made a point to because the modern is beautiful to me. Where in Italy did you get that Cuir de Russie? Are there shops? I didn't go get it. Someone sent it to me. But I don't think he's shipping to America anymore. Something happened. I think maybe he lost a big haul or something. And so he stopped shipping. But if you send me an email, The email's in all of the descriptions of all of my videos. Just drop me an email, ramseysmellsgood@gmail. I will, I'll send you his information and you can ask him. He's got a ton of insane shit from Italy. This is really, really good. This is going to give T Habanero a run for its money. Justin, trust me, no reason to mislead. Yes, always trust the Anuj. Oh shit. I'm telling you, I had a serious connect, but if you're in Italy, GMG, you should send me an email and I will send you his information because he's got some outrageous shit. Plenty of vintages though, yes. Oh, I know all about Herman Miller. Aeron, they're just pretty expensive. I love that Cuir de Russie. You got killer. You're closing the barn doors. Good call. That's right. Contact me via email. Send you a decan of my Oscar for Men and any others. That's very kind of you. Very kind, Anuj. Vintage Cool Water is just slightly stronger and lasts a bit longer at most. That's it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's so hard to find connections outside of the US, UK, Europe to buy vintage. Yes, it is. Those shaving cream bottles were available at Walmart for 25 bucks. 10. They were. Eugene said he saw these at Walmart for $10 on clearance way back when they were just getting rid of them. Vintage Kalesh Hermes is absolute fire, yes. It's a great idea for a video. Notes perfumers focused on? Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a video like that on YouTube before. I don't think I've ever seen a video like that before. Someone will probably just take it and run with it now before I get a chance to do it. But I think it is a good idea. Is a throne on wheels, yes. What is it though? Like a $1,500 office chair? I think I got this bad boy at Costco for like $100 before the pandemic. No complaints. Barbershop in a tin can, 5 out of 5. Yes, that's right. It's not bad though for what it is. I must admit. And it's funny because after the pandemic, all my friends, ran to Costco or Walmart or IKEA or wherever the hell they buy their furniture, Haverty's, I don't freaking know. And they all said that the stuff broke in like a year or two. So I think when the pandemic came and the people knew, the companies knew that the people were going to be at home working and they were going to buy whatever the hell they had, they just made shit quality for a couple of years. Quality indeed. As gold status. Only if they main the woman's Reef Gosh, damn it. Yeah, I've never tried that one. Sold my tin can, Rudy. I can always get another. Le Troisième Homme blows most fougere. It is really, really good. It is, it's very good. Good old Le Troisième Homme. That's held pretty highly as well, Anuj, but stock of that was always more plentiful for some reason. Bobby O. Women's Rive Gosh is legit. I've never smelled it, Stan. I don't think so. I don't think there is a modern version of this. Anuj, is there a modern version of Biagiotti Uomo? This is Eurocos. Yeah, I don't know. That I do not know. All I know is this one is amazing. It wasn't meant to zing, just an observation. Has anyone tried the newest bottles of Bel Ami? I have been telling people to go for Bel Ami Vetiver instead of the new Bel Ami, but it's up to you. Justin, you are on this Onyx. Watered down, but still a good buy. Circa 85. Let's read about this Queir Andalou. What are they putting in here? (2016) release. Leather, saffron, neroli. Okay. Yeah. The leather saffron gives it a slight Tuscan leather, just a bit, but there is leather and iris. Yes, absolutely 100% leather and iris. Imagine the leather iris combination in Queer Canage by Dior, or maybe I thought I had it here. I didn't. Must have put it away. Or the leather combination in Great Britain. But add Rania J's Amber Woods, if you want to call it that, her little bit of harshness, and her oud, okay? And that's kind of what you get. Spicy, it's a little bit more spicy than, it's not as smooth as, Great Britain. It's also nowhere near as expensive. Modern Bel Ami leaves a little bit of desire, but I think it's still worth it. I'm glad I have it, yes. Looking for a tester? I meant RG Porom, floral aldehydics don't do it for me. Ah, nice, yeah. Yeah, aldehydic florals are a very tough sell. However, Gonzalo, I have a recommendation for you on a floral aldehydic fragrance. And I got this from Anuj, and I know he still has some in stock because no one's hyping this. This is Pascal Moribito OR Noir. Okay? I know we talked about OR Black earlier. OR Noir. I have no clue what it is. It's just an aldehydic floral, honestly. That's all this is, an aldehydic floral. But this is fucking intoxicating. Like, there is something about this that is seriously addictive. And it smells so good. I have no clue what it is. I don't know what makes this special. I would take this over number 5 any day of the week. It's really good. And there are still respectable bottles for sale. So yes, Ah, fragrance test tube. Welcome. Yes, fragrance nerdies indeed. In my own opinion, in life, one needs a great work chair, a great shower, a great bed, a great doctor, a great garden, a great library. The basics. Yes, that's right. The basics indeed. We set up our garden today. It's set for the spring rains that are just about to roll through. I don't know if you can hear the thunder outside, but the thunderstorms are coming in Texas. There is no modern. That's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't think so. One and done again. This is fantastic, though. This is really, really good. I love floral aldehydes. I love Elizabeth Taylor white diamonds. I've never smelled that. I have and fucking hate it. Sorry. Green apple ambroxan. It's a mess. YSL made amazing florals that Rive Gauche and Patty for rose lovers. Yeah, test tube. I don't think I've ever seen you on the channel. Good to see you. All the regulars are waiting for you, Eva. I think the library can be whatever, books, frags, records. I wonder what other people's basic must-haves are. Yes, that's right. Get out. Yeah, lots of people hate white diamonds. It definitely turns people off. Rachel in the house. The SAR white diamonds. Is vintage Third Man easily available? I think I got this for under $100. It didn't have a cap. I sacrificed a cap for it, but yeah. I don't think it's one that is like super hard to find. What's the oldest bottle you own, Anuj? That's a tough one. Would he even tell us? Golden hues of jasmine and piss make everything special. Bold statement, Ram. What did I say? Jean Patou? Anuj? Anuj passed out on us? You mean any fragrance? Pascal Moribito is non-existent here, sadly. Get it from Anuj. Everything's existent there. Anuj ships worldwide. He ships to Antarctica. Yeah, Anuj is going to have to think on that one. Thought you meant you hate white diamonds, or did you mean onyx? Everything's confusing. I've lurked many times. Thanks for being here. So Eva's also a lurker, eh? It's not just Galen. And most of us need a great man. Glad I've got mine. That's right. I love Goldman and really like Woman too, but that's enough aldehydic floral for me. I know what you mean, Gonzalo. I do. I really have to be in the mood for that. And then I have to listen to my wife complain that it smells like baby powder. Queir Andalou and Lover's Tale are in the same wheelhouse. I think I would take Queir Andalou over the Lover's Tale. Really? A bit more animalic. I don't know. Interesting. That was, I actually, if you go back and go to my Rania J, I'm sorry. Let's start again. Come on, Ramsey. If you go back and go to my Francesca Bianchi playlist and look up the Lover's Tale, you'll see a picture of the broken sample that Nissan sent me. I dropped it and it fell directly on the sliding metal parts of these doors right here and shattered. And I managed to save a little bit. And I put some on my skin along with, of course, like all the glass and shit that broke. But I had to save it. I had to do the video. That, my friends, is dedication. I meant Azara Onyx. Got it because of Chris from Scentland. I haven't listened to any of his cheapy suggestions since. He does love his cheapies, man. There is something about Chris from Scentland. He hypes some amazing shit. And then he hypes some cheapies that are like, what? What is this? No, wait for the EDT. I mean, the aftershaves are a great way to get, it's a great way to get to know a fragrance, right? And not spend as much money. But It's just a personal thing. I never went for aftershaves. Like, unless like a Nuge sent it to me for free with a purchase, I never bought aftershaves. Oh, 100%. 100 times out of 100, I would take OR Noir over number 5. Yes. That's not even a question. Not even a question. There's something about this that is really, really good. Shockingly good. Like, I was not expecting it. This Pascal Moribito brand is yes, I didn't care for that. What do your bottles look like, Anuj? Do they look like this? Because this is my Antelope bottle. It's a little 30 ml thingamabobber. And it has not grown on me yet. It's a little strange. I don't know what to make of this. I need to wear it more. You sacrificed a cat for a bottle of perfume? A cat? Did I sacrifice a cat lately? I have to think on this one, Alan. I mean, I would sacrifice a cat for a bottle of perfume. Hold one for me. What's your contact info? EnchantéPerfumes.com. Here, I probably already have a damn banner up and running. I do. Enchanté. There you go. I can just click it. Enchanté. And instantly it turns into an Anuj advertisement. EnchantéPerfumes.com. There you go. His WhatsApp. And what about High Karate? You know, I've never smelled that. But the advertisements are so cheesy. It would be hard to not just bust out laughing if someone asks you what you're wearing and you say High Karate. Like, they might just point dead in your face and just be like, oh. Cats are overhyped. Yes, they are. Joke. I love them. I've got 2. I've got 2. One of them's getting old, though, so I may have one soon. I have like 3,000 books, so definitely alive. You have 3,000 books. You mean on your Kindle or like actual books? Je Reviens by Vreth. What's that like, Anuj? I've heard of that. Fuck, I cry. Books, LPs, and fragrances. Nice. Still found at flea markets. Yes, that's right. Overhyped. If I say more, I'll get banned from YouTube. There's no version but vintage High Karate. Is that also true? It's like rubbing alcohol in mint. What was the advertisement of High Karate? Because he literally was doing karate, right? He was like knocking the girls out with karate, or what? What did he do? Did he like knock out the boyfriend with karate? I forget the advertisement. All right, Nikki, thanks for being here, brother. That's an 80s bottle. Okay. All right. Good to know. Thank you. Interesting. Antelope. Parfum de Toilette. I should have known. Parfum de Toilette. My brain's, it's the first live stream. I feel like I'm like coming back from like an extended vacation or something. Best vintage commercial ever, though. Yes, that's right. Does it still come with that booklet to defend? Oh, yes, you have to defend yourself from all the women coming at you when you wear High Karate, right? That's what it was. That's right. You guys are just trolling now. Which one? The advertisement. Have you never seen the High Karate advertisement? No, it's actually true. Yes, it is. Use too much, you might find yourself in a tight squeeze. Anyone know anyone with a chinchilla? And if so, what are your thoughts? What a question. That might be like one of the all-time Ramsey stream questions. Does anyone know anyone with a chinchilla? I mean, most women I know want the chinchilla dead so they can make a coat out of it. I don't think I know any women that actually want a chinchilla. They're like this big. You have to kill like 1,000,000 of them to get that coat. Potentially great perfume. Portrayal Man smells like something an uncle of mine used to wear all the time. Yeah, it's called Fahrenheit, dude. What about Promise? I love Promise. I'm a huge Promise fan. Rich Mitch turned state on us, and now he hates Promise. I still love it. Dior is making millions by recreating classic Old Spice with Sauvage. You should see how much Keelan from SOSJ hated my recommendation of English Leather Black Bel Air scents, and I are the only ones that like it. Honestly, Justin, it's not that good, dude. It's like English Leather Black. You know, there's not much leather in it is the thing. It smells like it smells like a Drakkar Noir clone. I don't know why it's called English Leather Black. I don't give very much leather. Keelan ripped it a new one. Actual books. Holy shit, dude. Chinchilla fur, big bucks. Yeah, they're so soft. Ever felt one of those things? Man, I could walk around with a chinchilla coat, I'll tell you that. Those things are like $10,000 though, aren't they? Or 20? They're pretty expensive. They are pretty expensive. All right, we got 2 left. We've got Rose Ishtar, which is going to go on the left bicep. Let me make the old note. Rose Ishtar. They're very delicate, maybe not the right word. They bathe in dust. Really? Old Spice triggers some serious PTSD in me. Keelan did an epic review on English Leather Black. He also hated it. Go watch it sometime. I will. I'll check it out. I don't watch very much YouTube anymore. Thinking of getting one. They apparently smell pretty good. The chinchilla. Wow, are they expensive? Do they live long? Do they cost a lot to feed? What do they eat? Do they bite? Are they mean? Are they friendly? So many questions. I'm picturing one of his thumbnails with the flamethrower. Yes. I mean, it's not great. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's very good. I mean, I would wear it. Let's put it that way. It's not like I would not wear it, but yeah, it's... I don't know why you love it so much, Justin. I mean, they need lots of care to keep them alive. They're like half a pound. I think if you roll over at night, you'll crush it. Let's read about this Queir Andalou before we move on to Rose Ishtar, shall we? Let's see what Queir Andalou has to say for itself. Andalusia, the romantic southern tip of Spain, where Europe meets Africa, a region known for its ancient walled cities, Moorish arches, and famous leather workshops tucked away on dusty cobblestone streets. Like the electric, vibrant region for which it is named, Queir Andalou is balanced to perfection. Its warm, rich leather mingles with the cool darkness of oud, smoke, and dusty saffron waft through a floral heart of neroli, rose, violet, and iris. Big iris. Vetiver and castoreum leave a powdery, earthy dry down. This is one of the most potent, interesting, and surprising leathers we've come across in a long time. We can't stop sniffing. I agree. This is very good. This may have just taken top spot just because of my taste again. Ooh, T Habanero smells sweet compared to this right now. Yeah, this is so dry and dusty and earthy that T Habanero is starting to smell like there's honey. It's almost starting to smell like a honey tobacco, even though I got no honey before. But Queir, sometimes if you smell something compared to something else, you'll get different facets that come out, you know? There are only 2 humans on Earth that like it. Why are people talking about chinchillas? Ask Eva. Their glands excrete secretion that smells like burnt almonds. They live up to 20 years, bathe in clay, dust, indeed, and are pretty smart, fluffy, and clean. But they can't stand any heat. Interesting. Their glands smell like burnt almonds. Has anyone used a chinchilla gland extract in their perfumes? I mean, I really like castoreum. Maybe when I start my own brand, that'll be my secret weapon. Little chinchilla gland. Never met one though. Probably hideous. Never smelt Fahrenheit properly. Well, there you go. Now you have your mission, your marching orders. It was a dumpster fire in the thumbnail. I just joined the live. Scent of the day, raw gold. We're going to do a video on that one of these days. Scent of the night, Saharoff evening mystique. Never smelled it. Chinchillas are cool and all, but guinea pigs can F off. Guinea pigs. They stink too. Why not talk about chinchillas? I hear they're delicious. To wear, or do people actually eat them? Can you eat a chinchilla? Is that like proper? Like escargot, you know? Just realized this was Rania J video, smelling these once before. They all felt full, rich, and deep. Very good quality for things they sat next to it. Yeah, I agree. Eugene says he just realized. All that money, Eugene, you need to stop popping bottles of Cristal. All that money you're making off your brand. Chinchillas are cute. They just bounce everywhere. Are chinchillas the new secret menu item? I don't know. Actually, I think people just want their fur. I think they just throw the meat away, I guess. Smoked almonds. Indeed. Best smelling pets or how to use them in perfume. Well, you know, I did a video in the last couple weeks on Bengal Rouge, and apparently Bengal Rouge was drafted by Liz Moores when she wore Shalimar, and then she would pet her cat, which was named Mimi, and Mimi would like mix with whatever Mimi's scent was, you know, that musky, you know, animalic cat smell, and mixed with Shalimar, and that was the idea for Bengal Rouge. Very interesting. And they're actually in Bengal Rouge. You'll notice a little bit of this 80s style, almost like Calvin Klein obsession, you know, muskiness. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. It's just a weird name for what it is. This could have been called like Cool Ocean Breeze or something. It smells like there's a lot of dihydromercenol in there. Yeah, she did always have good buzz going for them, and they're pretty good. Other than Gonzalo saying they're filled with amber woods, which I mean, I'm sure there are some. How do you make a Middle Eastern style fragrance like this without using some amber wood, some materials that push? I mean, could you imagine making like a soft Middle Eastern fragrance? Most of them are humongous. Sounds delicious indeed. Planning to get some of your scents next? Interested in Irish frags you have? I have missed your guys' scent of the night, Eugene. What's up? What's up? What's up? My scent of the night was actually Umbra Loop, because I did a video on this. And I believe Eugene wore Bois d'Armenie, which I have never smelled. Although I would not mind owning your vintage bottle, Eugene. So if you want to sell it to me, let me know, since you have the new one. I'm going to wear Toe has femme to bed. You're going to wear Toe to bed. Eva, I thought you were talking about a breed of cat. Look up chinchilla farms. I think South America for some reason. Interesting. New frag idea: chinchilla nuts and burnt almonds. That's it. That'll take the world by storm. Will outsell Guerlain and Dior and Celine combined. Do more ultra masculine scents like private label. That stuff blows me away every time. You know, she did that really early in her career. She also did Epic Woman really early in her career. And I'm thinking that maybe she had some help. I don't know. I've heard some rumors that she may have had some help, that she wasn't doing all that alone. But yes. Yeah, Rochas Femme is so good. Anyone have experience with the boozy unique? Stay away. I hate unique luxury. Ugh. Go check out my unique luxury live stream if you want to laugh. I literally cracked at the end. It broke me. That Eugene Iris is a masterpiece, totally biased, but 100%. I think his fragrances are a masterpiece too, but there are just some people that just will not, absolutely, no matter what you say, they're not going to listen. They're not even going to give it the chance. They're not even going to give it the time of day. But the people who are open-minded enough to give it the time of day, they're in for a treat. I think they're really in for a treat. I'm going to wear Rochas Femme. It's brilliant. It is. 100% agree. Not going to lie, despite liking a lot of the same things as you, I still like wearing Sauvage EDT. That's okay. You can like what you like, man. I have Sauvage Parfum. It's my only blue fragrance. I never wear it, but it's there for reference. All right, let's spray Rose Ishtar. I'm guessing this is going to be a rose. Left bicep. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Don't breathe. Oh, yeah. That is rose. Well, at least it does what it says on the bottle. It's almost like a champagne rose. Yeah, it's like a champagne rose. It's like a fizzy champagne, like rosé all day shit. You know, I don't like that one. This is my least favorite one so far. I don't mind amberwoods. I use them in my trials, but those Ranias seemed quite unbalanced and harsh. I should give them a second chance. Maybe I just like unbalanced and harsh when it comes to my tobaccos and leathers. I don't know. But the T Habanero, I thought was really, really good the first, whatever, half an hour. But it's starting to get a little sweet in the dry down, which is worrying me. The Queir Andalou is right up my alley. 100% the type of leather that I like. Very, very good. I think if I had to buy one fragrance that is closest to like my DNA, like the stuff that I like to wear, it would be Queir Andalou. But I have so many leathers that I love wearing that I think the one that would actually fit better into my collection would be T Habanero. But the dry down's not impressing me as much. And that is worrying. See, you've planted the seed now, Gonzalo. I'll never be able to appreciate these. It's just the truth, man. New love for Iris, as Dior Homme Intense was the only Iris I own. I now have raw gold. I can smell it more and watch Year and Eugene's more before I purchase. I want quality. Go for Belle-Homme. Belle-Homme's a fantastic Iris. Go for Hadis by Hermes. I think I did an entire Iris video. You can go check it out and try to get some recommendations. But I found that some of my favorite irises are mixed with leather. So like Queir Andalou, for example, the one we're testing today, is leather, iris, spices, smoke, patchouli, castoreum, oud. I mean, it's all my favorite notes, you know? But that iris leather combo is special. It's a special combination, I'll tell you that. Just the truth, friend. That's it. Nothing but the truth. We're not buttering you up, Eugene. Honestly, if they were shite, I'd tell you. I probably should own Bellam, but uh-oh. We're frozen. Ah, we're not. We're unfrozen. Also looking at Nargessi from Spirit of Dubai. Never smelled it. Please send samples to the EU. Don't make me blind buy. Honestly, you could blind buy them all, GMG. You'd be fine. Get in touch. I'm an evil perfumista. Where do I buy in the USA? lesebstraits.com. Hang on, let me go to my other freaking banner. There you go. lesebstraits.com. Truly the best iris fragrance I've ever smelled. That Bellam. You know what? I couldn't say that you're wrong. It's a fantastic fragrance. I really don't like this rose. It almost feels like, you know what it feels like right now? It feels like you're smelling a uh it feels like you're smelling like what am I thinking? I'm thinking of God, my brain. It's almost 12:30 here in Texas, and I did work all day. So you guys will probably laugh when I say I can't remember the name. But what's the mimosas? So imagine you're drinking like a mimosa in the morning, right? But with rosé champagne and a little bit of OJ and some cheap smelling musk. I don't like this rose one. Like if Queir Andalou's the closest to my taste, the rosé all day is the farthest. I'd take the Jasmine one over the rose one. That is shocking, actually. That is shocking that I would take the Jasmine one, but I would. Rose Ishtar. Bergamot, blackcurrant, Bulgarian damask rose, musk, heliotrope, patchouli, sandalwood, tonka bean, and vanilla. It says Rose Ishtar is not on the list. That's interesting. Rania J, Rose Ishtar. An amber floral. Eternal symbol of femininity, the rose. Sweet and light, mingles with notes of tonka bean, gaiac wood, and patchouli to reveal on the skin a fresh fragrance, powdery, woody, and slightly gourmand note. Rose Ishtar is a playful fragrance, elegant and very feminine. It is very feminine. And I put it right next to my nose on my bicep. Have you tried Naomi Goodsir Iris? No, I have not. The only Naomi Goodsir I've tried is the one Bertrand Duchaufour did. The horse one. I can never remember the name. That one came out a couple years ago. It's like a smoky leather. I have. Yes, go to my playlist and go to This Is Not a Top 10. I've done all the notes. I just haven't ranked them all. But I will. I'll rank them one day. His rose-based La du Exquise, yes, that's right. La du Exquise is probably my favorite rose patchouli of all time. Wish I had smelled it before making my rose video. Does it smell better than wine in a box? I really used to like box wine. Like that was my thing. Back in college and after college, I used to love box wine. So I can't really say that. No, I would take the box wine. Blind buy worth, yes, especially if you're on an iris kick. Corpus Equus, that's it. I can never remember that name. Nuit de Bakelite from Naomi Goodsir is worth a sniff. That's the tuberose one, though. Scary tuberose. Yes, Eugene's are all worth it. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's my favorite. I never bought a bottle of Portrait of a Lady. I think even though I prefer La Douleur Exquise, I think I would still buy a vintage bottle of Portrait of a Lady if I could find one before Estee Lauder took over. But I don't know. I don't know if I really need it. I think La Douleur Exquise is just so good. I don't, you know, it's hard to justify. So the Rania J website says, symbol of eternal I already read that. The rose, sweet and light, mingles with blackberries, tonka bean, santal wood, and patchouli to reveal on the skin a fresh fragrance, woody and slightly gourmand. Her write-ups need work, though, I'll tell you that. That is the most, I mean, that looks like she spent about 30 seconds on it. 50 mils is 150 euros. Okay, the rose is a loser for me. Let's go to the final one, which is Musc Moshcus. Scary name, Moshcus. I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing it's going to be a musk. What do you think? Don't breathe. That's not bad. It's not bad for a musk heavy fragrance. Slightly powdery. How would I describe this? Musc Moshcus. It's not bad. It's slightly sweet. Again, black currant. She loves using black currant as well. Vanilla sandalwood to bring you a sweet aroma of warmth and sensuality. A powdery, elegant skin scent musk. Long-lasting perfume is what it says. And the notes are white musk, sandalwood, vanilla, blackcurrant, bergamot, iris. Yeah, there's a little bit of this cloudy, musky. You know, iris and musk can sometimes both be powdery, if you will. It says, what makes a perfect winter musk scent? For us, it's a fragrance that can balance the deep, sensual aspects of musk with its fresher, brighter aspects to create something both comforting and stylish. In other words, a scent that wears as well on bright, clear winter mornings as it does in the middle of a blizzard. I wouldn't wear this in the winter. This is too light for that. And Musc Moshcus nails this balance and act perfectly. This is like a summery musk to me. Warm yet bright, sweet yet gentle. It's the kind of effortlessly beautiful musk scent that can take the edge off the chilliest day, but won't overwhelm even when you're right next to the fireplace. The secret is the interplay between the strong, lovely base of white musk, at once both smooth and warm, and a strikingly lovely, sweet and fruity opening, tart berries, and juicy blackcurrant with just the right touch of sugar to feel festive but fresh. Creamy sandalwood and vanilla enhance the richness of the musk, and a perfect touch of iris adds sophistication and depth. It is the perfect scent to carry you through family gatherings and New Year adventures alike. In fact, there's really only one drawback. Like winter itself, Musc Moshcus is a limited edition that won't be available once 2020 rolls around. Okay, it's still available. That must not have sold very well. So don't miss an opportunity to get a bottle. Okay. No. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think the way forward, if you're a fragrance lover, is to go backwards. I think we're just going to get more of the same. More consolidation from the big oil houses and houses. Queir Andalou is the winner right now. T Habanero, very close runner-up. Those two, if I had to add 2 bottles from this house, it would be T Habanero and Cuir Andalou, with Umbra Loop probably being a close third, just because I already have Russian Oud. It's hard to justify a bottle of Umbra Loop, but these are good. Yeah, these are very good. It is almost 12:30 here. I have to pretend to work tomorrow, so I do have to run, but I do appreciate everyone joining me for a fantastic live stream. I'm glad to be able to put aside the Rania J sample set now. At least we can say we smelled it. As far as Musc Moshcus goes, it's not bad, but I would tell you that if you have the chance, this may be a tough get, but if you have the chance, if you want a real proper clean musk, get Queir de Musc by Queir de Musc by Serge Luton is a fantastic clean musk. It's like there's something about it. It's perfection. I'm in love with this. Like if you want a clean musk, this took me by surprise. Everyone talks about, you know, Musk Kublai Khan, and granted, it is. It's the animalic musk. It's the you know, hardcore musk. But Queir de Musc, for if you want a clean white musk done right, the notes in here is just white musk. That's it. But it's so good. Just brilliantly executed by Sheldrake. So Queir de Musc, I would highly recommend checking out. I would put this well over Musc Moshcus. Okay, just a thought. All right, I gotta hop. I appreciate everyone being here. Good night, friends. Peace out indeed. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining the live. Lick the stream before you leave. Don't leave without licking the stream. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.